This is the 15th video, and this is the video on stress and strain in composite sections. The topic covered is stress and strain for composite section under axial loading. Introduction. When the cross-section of a member consists of two or more materials, then it is said to be composite. For example, RCC column or a CI tube filled with concrete, etc. When the composite member is loaded axially, the external load is shared by different materials and different materials deform equally. Now, this is a composite material. That means here there are two materials. This is material 1 is a tube and material 2 is a rod, and they are sharing the load, total load, compressive load P. Length of this column is L, and the length for material L, material 1 and 2 is for the both the length is same L. So L is equal to L1 is equal to L2, length of two materials, and they will deform equally. So change in length delta L will be equal to delta L1 is equal to delta L2. That is the deformation of two materials. Suppose deformation of material 1 is called delta L1 and deformation of material 2 is called delta L2. Deformation is same, so delta L1 is equal to delta L2, but the stress which is developed and the modulus of elasticity is different. So for delta L1 it will be equal to sigma 1 into L divided by E1. Similarly for delta L2 it will be sigma 2 into L divided by E2. Now this L, because the length is same, it gets cancelled. So what remains is sigma 1 divided by E1 is equal to sigma 2 divided by E2, where sigma 1 is the stress developed in material 1 and E1 is modulus of elasticity of material 1. Sigma 2 is the stress developed in material 2 and E2 is modulus of elasticity of material 2. Now if I write this as sigma 1 is equal to this, E1 will come here and it will be in the numerator. So sigma 1 is equal to E1 upon E2 into sigma 2. This is what we get as the formula. Now this ratio E1 upon E2 is substituted as M, where M is E1 divided by E2, where we have to take care that E1 is the modulus of elasticity which has a larger value and E2 is a smaller value. So modular ratio, this M is called as modular ratio and it is always greater than 1. So the bigger value of E is taken in the numerator. The total load P, now this total load P will be shared by material 1 and material 2. So load shared by 1, suppose it is called P1, and the load shared by material 2 is called P2. So P is equal to P1 plus P2. It will be further equal to P is equal to, now P1 will be sigma 1 into A1 plus P2 will be equal to sigma 2 into A2. So this is the formula which we will be using in doing the calculations, and this is the another formula which we will be using while doing the calculations. And to calculate delta L1 we will be using this formula, delta 1 is equal to sigma 1 into L upon E1, or delta L2 is equal to sigma 2 into L upon E2. These are the formulas which we will be using. The modular ratio is a new concept here. So modular ratio, M is ratio of modulus of elasticity of one material to that of another. So it is a ratio of E1 to E2, and we have to take care that M is always greater than 1. Now let us take a problem. A steel tube 25 mm in external diameter has a metal thickness of 3 mm. It firmly encloses a brass rod of 16 mm diameter. Calculate the safe load carried by the composite material. If the stress in steel is 140 megapascal, also calculate deformation for 1 meter length of each material and load shared by steel and brass and stress in brass. Take E steel is equal to 2 into 10 raised to 5 megapascal, E for brass 1 into 10 raised to 5 megapascal. Now how we are going to solve it? The first formula which we'll be using is sigma steel is equal to m sigma b, or sigma steel is equal to modulus of elasticity of steel divided by modulus of elasticity of brass into sigma b. Here we will see that this modulus of elasticity of steel is more than the brass, so M will be E steel divided by E brass. If you write in the exam sigma S is equal to EB upon ES into sigma B. So EB, if you take it up, then this will become less than 1. Value of M will become less than 1, and this is wrong. And what is very important is, if the larger E of steel, if we are writing here in the numerator, on this side is sigma steel. You cannot write sigma B is equal to M sigma S. If you write this, this is also wrong. So modulus of elasticity of steel is more. So here we will start with sigma steel is equal to modulus of elasticity of steel divided by modulus of elasticity of brass into sigma brass. If you write here sigma B is equal to ES upon EB into sigma S, that is also wrong. So the larger value sigma is always here. So sigma S is equal to E steel divided by EB into sigma B. This is the first step which you have to do it very correctly. Here I am showing these, putting across here, these two things are wrong. If you make this mistake, and if you make a mistake in the beginning itself, the whole problem goes wrong. Now let us substitute the value of modulus of elasticity of steel and modulus of elasticity of brass, and the stress in steel 140 is given. We'll substitute that stress in steel also here. So stress in steel is 140, modulus of elasticity of brass 2 into 10 raised to 5, steel is 2 into 10 raised to 5, brass is 1 into 10 raised to 5, which is given here. Substitute this value. So this becomes 140 is equal to 2, because 10 raised to 5 gets cancelled. 140 is equal to 2 into sigma B. So sigma B will be 140 divided by 2, that is 70 megapascal. Now we know the stress in steel and stress in brass. Then we use the equation P, that is the force taken by steel, is equal to sigma steel into area of steel. Now sigma steel is 140, so substitute 140. Now the external diameter of the steel tube is 25. So it will be pi by 4 into capital D is 25 square, and metal thickness is 3. So the inner diameter will be 25 minus 6, 2 times the thickness, which we have already seen that to calculate the inner diameter we have to subtract the thickness twice. So 25 minus 6 will be 19. So capital D square minus small d square for the tube. So and take this in the bracket. So start doing the calculation from here. 140 into shift pi divided by 4 into bracket open 25 x square minus 19 x square bracket close is equal to, you will get 29.03 into 10 raised to 3, that is in kilonewton it is 29.03 kilonewton. This is the load shared by the steel. Now we want to calculate the load shared by the brass. Load shared by the brass, PB will be sigma B into AB. Sigma B we have calculated here, that is 70, so substitute 70. Now the brass rod is 16 mm in diameter, so area will be pi by 4 into 16 square. So do the calculations. 70 into shift pi divided by 4 into 16 x square button is equal to, when you press is equal to, you will get this answer, 14.07 into 10 raised to 3, that is 14.07 kilonewton. This is the answer. This is the stress, load shared by the brass. So now we have calculated the load shared by the steel, load shared by the brass, and stress in the brass. Now we want the deformation for 1 meter length of each material. So we will calculate the deformation now. Now the total safe load, calculate the safe load. Here it is asked by the composite member. The safe load P will be load shared by the steel plus load shared by the brass. So this is 29.03 plus 14.7, substitute here 29.03 plus 14.07, and that is equal to 43.1 kilonewton. That is the safe load which can be taken by this composite material. Then we will calculate the deformation or the extension. The deformation of the composite member will be delta LS, that is the change in length of steel is equal to sigma steel into length of steel divided by modulus of elasticity of steel. Now the stress in steel is 140, length given we have to calculate it for 1 meter, so this is 1000, and modulus of elasticity of steel is 2 into 10 raised to 5. So substitute the value. Now do the calculations here. 140 into 100 divided by 2 exponential 5 is equal to, you will get answer 0.7. Here remember, when you do divided by, if you do 2 into 10 raised to 5, this 10 raised to 5 will come in the numerator and your answer will go wrong. So how you have to do it? Try it once again. 140 into 1000 divided by 2 exponential 5, and that will give you the answer 0.7 mm. You can also calculate it for the brass, and if you calculate change in length for brass will be equal to sigma b into length of brass divided by modulus of elasticity of brass. Now sigma b is 70 into length is same 1 meter, and E for brass given is 1 into 10 raised to 5, so 1 into 10 raised to 5. So here do the calculation from here. 70 into 1000 divided by 1 exponential 5, you will get 0.7 mm. And our basic is the deformation of both the materials is same, so delta LS must be equal to delta LB. If you are not getting these two answers same, it means you have done some mistake in the calculations. You can calculate it by delta LS or delta LB, any one is sufficient. Now let us take the next. A pipe column has metal thickness 10 mm and concrete core 500 mm diameter. The permissible stress in metal and concrete are 130 Newton per mm square and 4 Newton per mm square respectively. Calculate safe load on column if E metal divided by E concrete is equal to 18. Now let us first see. Always for the composite materials you have to start from here. Now sigma m is equal to m sigma c. Now here they have not given the modulus of elasticity, but always remember that usually this metal is a steel and modulus of elasticity of metal is more, so you cannot write sigma c is equal to m sigma m. If you write this is wrong, so remember it, m metal is equal to m sigma c. Substitute a value of m given, this is given as 18, sigma c given is 4, so 18 into 4, that will give you the value 72 megapascal. Now this 72 is less than the permissible stress in the metal. The permissible stress in the metal given is 130, so it is less than 130, so you have to consider sigma m as 72 and not 130, because when stress in concrete reaches 4 megapascal, which is permissible here 4, stress in metal will be 72, and if the stress in metal reaches 130, and if you calculate what is the sigma c, if you divide this by 18, you will get the stress in concrete which will be more than 4. So this will never happen because it is not allowed. Permissible stress in concrete is only 4. So when it is 4 in concrete, in metal it will be 72. So this is a very important step. You have to consider sigma metal as 72 and not 130. Few books they have done this sum wrongly and they have taken it as 130. Now let us come to the next step. Load shared by metal P will be sigma m into area of metal stress in the metal, will take it at 72, so 72 into pi by 4. Now this is a metal is a pipe. Now the concrete core is 500 and the metal thickness is 10 mm. So the inside diameter of this metal will be taken as 500 and the outside diameter will be taken twice the thickness, that is 10 into 2 is 20 plus 500, that will be 520. So capital D here will be taken as 520 and the small d as 500. So pi by 4 into bracket open 520 square minus 500 square bracket close. This will be the area of metal into 72 will give me the load shared by the metal. So take the calculators in your hand and start from here. 72 into shift pi divided by 4 into bracket open 520 x square minus 520 x square button bracket close is equal to, and you will get this answer 1153.59 into 10 raised to 3 or 1153.59 kilonewton is the load shared by the metal. Now let us calculate the load shared by the concrete. PC will be equal to sigma C into AC. Now sigma C given is 4, so this is 4 and concrete core is 500 mm, so area will be pi by 4 into 500 square. So do the calculations here. 4 into shift pi divided by 4 into 500 x square is equal to, you will get the answer 785.4 into 10 raised to 3 or 785.4 kilonewton. That is the load shared by the concrete. Now total load P will be equal to, safe load P is equal to PM, that is load shared by the metal plus load shared by the concrete. Substitute the value here from here, 1153.59 plus 785.4, you will get answer 1938.99 kilonewton, or you can also say 1939 kilonewton. So this is how you calculate the safe load on the column. So the safe load on the column is 1939.99 kilonewton. Let us take a next problem. A mild steel bar has a diameter of 18 mm and a length of 350 mm. It is enclosed in a brass tube whose external diameter is 25 mm and internal diameter is 20 mm. The composite bar is subjected to an axial pull of 35 kilonewton. Find the stresses in bar and tube, the extension of composite bar, and work done in stretching the composite system. Take E steel 2 into 10 raised to 5 megapascal, E brass 1 into 10 raised to 5 megapascal. Now here first formula we will use is sigma S is equal to ES divided by EB into sigma B. ES given is 2 into 10 raised to 5 for the brass, 1 into 10 raised to 5. Substitute the value of modulus of elasticity of steel and brass. So 10 raised to 5 gets cancelled. So this gives us the relation between the stresses. Sigma steel is equal to 2 into sigma brass. Now let us use the next formula. P is equal to stress in steel into area of steel plus stress in brass into area of brass. Substitute the value of sigma S as twice sigma B. So this P is equal to twice sigma B into area of steel plus sigma B into AB. Now substitute the value of P. Now here the total axial pull force P given is 35 kilonewton. So 35 into 10 raised to 3 will be the P in Newton. 2 into sigma B. Now the steel is a here rod of 18 mm diameter, so area will be pi by 4 into 18 square. Now brass is a tube and external diameter given is 25 and internal is 20, so sigma B as it is into pi by 4 into bracket in capital D is 25 square and small d is 20, so 20 square. Now this is the value we have substituted. What we do here is take out sigma B common. Here I have taken out sigma B as common, so what remains is 2 into pi by 4 into 18 square plus pi by 4 into 25 square minus 20 square in bracket. So this is what remains. Now if I want sigma b, then it will be 35 into 10 raised to 3 divided by this full bracket. That will give me sigma b. Now let us see how we do the calculations. Take the calculators in your hand. 3, 5 exponential 3, then divided by bracket open this bracket open 2 into shift pi divided by 4 into 1 8 x square plus shift pi divided by 4 into bracket open 2 5 x square minus 2 0 x square bracket close second bracket close is equal to, you will get this answer 51.046. Let us try once more. Start from here. 35 exponential 3 divided by bracket open 2 into shift pi divided by 4 into 1 8 x square plus shift pi divided by 4 into bracket open 2 5 x square minus 2 0 x square bracket close is equal to. Make a practice of it. Initially you may find it little difficult, but if you have a scientific calculator, so don't increase the steps, you will get the answer. Now we have got the sigma b, so calculating the stress in steel is very easy. Stress in steel, we have the relation stress in steel is equal to twice sigma b, so 2 into, substitute the value 51.04, so 2 into 51.046, that will give you the answer 102.092 megapascal. That is the stress in steel. 2 into 51.046 is equal to, you will get the answer 102.092 megapascal. That is the stress in steel. Now let us calculate the extension of the bar. Now the extension of the bar, I am using the formula delta LS, that is the steel, for the steel will be sigma steel into length of steel into modulus of elasticity of steel. Now the stress in steel is 102.092, which we have calculated here. Length given is 350 mm, so substitute 350. E for steel is 2 into 10 raised to 5, so divided by 2 into 10 raised to 5. Now do the calculations from here. 102.092 into 350 divided by 2 exponential 5. Remember here, when you do it 2 into 10 raised to 5 in the denominator, always press 2 exponential 5 and then is equal to. You will get the answer 0.179. Let us do it once again. 102.092 into 350 divided by 2 exponential 5 is equal to. So the answer is 0.179. You can also do it sigma b into LB divided by EB. If you use this formula, still you will get the same answer as we have seen it in the last example. Now what is the work done? For the work done, we are going to use the formula work done is equal to half into P into delta L. So 1 divided by 2. P is given as 35 kilonewton, so 35 into 10 raised to 3 Newton, and delta L, which we have got, is 0.179, so 0.179. So do the calculations here. 1 divided by 2 into 35 exponential 3 into 0.179, you will get answer 3.13 into 10 raised to 3, but convert it into meter, that is Newton mm, so it will become 3.13 joule or Newton meter. This P is in Newton and delta L, if you take it in meter, so that becomes Newton meter, and 1 Newton meter is 1 joule, so you can write the unit joule or Newton meter. Let us take a next problem. A RCC column 400 mm by 400 mm is reinforced with 4 bars of 16 mm diameter. Determine the stresses induced in steel and concrete if it is subjected to an axial load of 800 kN. Take M is equal to 15. Also calculate load shared by steel and concrete. Now this is a column I have shown here which has the dimensions as given 400 by 400 and there are 4 bars of 16 mm diameter. Now here always remember sigma steel is equal to m sigma concrete. Never write sigma concrete is equal to m sigma steel. This is wrong because modulus of elasticity of steel is always greater than modulus of elasticity of concrete, which is not given here. Sometimes problem given is only like this. So sigma s is equal to 15 sigma c. This is a very important step. If you make a mistake here, the whole problem goes wrong. So sigma s is equal to 15 sigma c. This is the first thing which I must know. Then we will calculate the areas. Now the gross area is after this column, the full area of column is 400 by 400, which is given here 400 by 400, and it will, if you do 400 into 400, you will get the answer 160 into 10 raised to 3 mm square. Now we will calculate the area of steel. Area of steel, there are 4 bars of 16 mm diameter, so 4 into pi divided by 4 into 16 square. Do the calculations. 4 into shift pi divided by 4 into 16 x square is equal to, you will get this answer 804.25 mm square. This 4 and 4 gets cancelled. You can also do shift pi into 16 square is equal to, you will get the same answer. Now we will calculate the area of concrete. Area of concrete will be, now from this total area 160 into 10 raised to 3 area of steel, if you minus, you will get the area of concrete. So AG gross area minus area of steel. So 160 into 10 raised to minus 160 into 10 raised to 3 minus 804.25, that will give you area of concrete as 159.196 into 10 raised to 3 mm square. That is the area of concrete. Now we will use the formula P is equal to sigma S into AS plus sigma C into AC. Now substitute the value of sigma steel as 15 sigma concrete. So for sigma steel we will use 15 sigma concrete into area of steel plus sigma C into AC. Now here also I am taking sigma C common and I will be substituting a value 15 into area of steel plus area of concrete, and value of P given is 800 kilonewton. So substitute P as 800 into 10 raised to 3 is equal to 15 into area of concrete, we have got 804.25, so 15 into 804.25 plus area of concrete 159.196, so 159.195 into 10 raised to 196 into 10 raised to 3. This is a, and this put this whole thing in bracket into sigma C. Now how to calculate sigma C? If this full bracket we take it on this side and divided by, then we get it as sigma C. So 800 exponential 3 divided by bracket open 15 into 804.25 plus 159.196 exponential 3 bracket close is equal to, you'll get this answer 4.67. Try it once again. 800 exponential 3 divided by bracket open 15 into 804.25 plus 159.196 exponential 3 bracket close is equal to, so you get the answer sigma C is equal to 4.67 Newton per mm square. Now let us calculate stress in the steel. The formula is 15 times sigma C. So this is the, here it is 15 sigma C. So 15 into sigma C is 4.67. So 15 into 4.67, you will get it at 70.05 kilonewton. Now we will calculate the load shared by steel. Load shared by steel will be stress in steel into area of steel. Stress in steel is 70.05 into 10 raised to 3. I am converting it to Newton. Area of steel is 804.25. So do it here. Calculation 70.05 exponential 3 into 804.25 is equal to 56.34 into 10 raised to 6 Newton. You will get this answer. Then calculate load shared by the concrete. That will be stress in concrete into area of concrete. Stress in concrete sigma c is 4.67. Substitute here. Area of concrete 159.196 into 10 raised to 3. Substitute that value here and do the calculation. 4.67 into 159.196 into exponential 3 is equal to, you will get answer 743.445 into 10 raised to 3 Newton. So this is how you calculate the load shared by steel and the concrete. Now here is the assignment 7. Question number 1. A steel tube with 40 mm inside diameter and 4 mm thickness is filled with concrete. Determine the stress in each material due to axial thrust of 60 kN. Take E is equal to 2.1 into 10 raised to 5 megapascal and E concrete is equal to 0.14 into 10 raised to 5 megapascal. These are the answers given. Try it out. Question number 2. A RCC column 300 mm by 300 mm is reinforced with 4 bars of 16 mm diameter. Determine the stresses induced in steel and concrete if it is subjected to an axial load of 450 kilonewton. Take M is equal to 13.33. Answers I am giving here. Try it out. RCC column 500 mm by 500 mm is reinforced with 4 bars of 25 mm diameter. Determine the stress induced in steel and concrete if it is subjected to an axial load of 900 kilonewton. Take M is equal to 14. Also calculate the load shared by steel and concrete. Answers I am giving here. Try it out. Question number 4. A pipe column has a metal thickness of 12 mm and a concrete core 450 mm diameter. The permissible stress in metal and the concrete are 130 Newton per mm square and 5 Newton per mm square respectively. Calculate the safe load on column if E of metal to EC, the ratio of EM to EC is equal to 18. Try these four problems. Answers I am giving. Few formulas also I am giving which you can use. Be a master. Thank you.